check it out. It's your boy L7. So we're about to go and check out the city after this whole COVID protests and stuff going on. We're going to check out Union Square. We're going to check out Bushwick. We're going to check out a whole bunch of different places. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the ride. You know what I mean? So let's get it on.
I don't worry. I tell you, I'm a man who believed that I died 20 years ago. And I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything.
Here we go.
Alright, so you can see here that I've done a search for New York City and Floyd. This is what the mainstream media, this is what Google presents to me. If I say what's going on with New York City and Floyd, here I see tear gas clears path for Trump to visit church. George Floyd, New York City ends as the looting continues. All people want to talk about is the looting, right? 5 days of protests, you see people looking like, real crowded, no social distancing really going on over here. You see a uniformed member takes a knee, you see protesting, you see all these fires in the background. They're making it look real hot. They're telling protesters to stay home. They're saying stores are plundered despite curfew. But is that really what's going on? Let's go and find out for ourselves. Alright, so you can see some of the damage. I kind of highlighted the spots, put the interesting stuff up front, but there's still not a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. These people got hit. Bloomingdale's, yeah. So, yeah, a lot of these big chains, big box retailers, those are the ones. It was targeted. Mainstream media isn't talking about that, look at this jewelry store right here, yeah. They didn't get, no signs of vandalism or real, the spray paint that's everywhere. So it's time for us to park up, and I just want to share an observation with you. So 1 in 3 people wasn't wearing a mask. This guy's not wearing a mask, and I'll tell you why I'm not mad. The thing is that, look at this news article right here. It says that wearing a mask can increase your risk of coronavirus infection, and I've seen several articles like this. Number 2, I've seen that it says that, look, the Surgeon General himself says stop buying face masks. I mean, if these people are wearing face masks, I see definite reasons for them not to do so. Now, I don't think that's the current recommendation, but honestly, I haven't been keeping track lately. I've been super busy. So, see some people wearing their face masks over here. So, good, bad, whatever it is, that's what more people are doing. So I'm just going to show you that. Let's fast forward to the next set of people over here. We see another person wearing their mask. Yo, what's up? Check it out. This is your boy L7. Now you can see that I have a guest here. I'm actually just wandering around the city and seeing actually what the feedback is on recent events. So you may have heard about recently actually videos about like the whole Floyd situation. Are you aware of that? You know about what's going on? Okay, cool. So what brings you out here? Are you here like related to that event, or are you just at work, or what's going on?
I'm just at work, yeah.
Okay.
Seeing what's been going on, following online and everything, but I haven't been to any protests.
Okay, but you're pretty close to like some of the activity. You know what I mean? Like I see like people walking around with the signs. We're right by Union Square Park, where that's where one of the protests is. Mm-hmm. The protests going on all over the place. Yeah. Actually, you live in the outer boroughs, or you live in the Ham?
I live in the outer boroughs. I live in Queens.
Okay, so
yeah, I travel.
What part of Queens though?
Jamaica.
So okay, Jamaica's kind of hood. What is things different over there?
Not really. I mean, like there was a protest in Queens, but it was nothing really like broke out or anything. There wasn't like violence or anything like that. It's been pretty. For me, my experience hasn't changed besides like just reading things and the emotional response.
Do you think that the protests will see any benefits from it, or do you think that they're going to be able to accomplish their goals? Or
I think there's going to be benefits. Who knows? Because things are escalating really quickly. But I think it's definitely having an effect. I think a lot of what I'm hearing online, people saying and stuff, is like, oh, this is useless. This isn't like getting us anywhere. But I think, even if you look around, all these businesses are boarded up, and people are like, I mean, they want to protect themselves against looting and everything, but people are paying attention.
What about elections? Elections are going on now. Do you feel like the Democrat Republican Party is able to like handle these issues, or Do you feel like it's beyond that, or I don't know? How do you feel about? Yeah.
No, yeah, I think our democratic system is like really deeply like fucked up.
Do you think Biden or Trump could represent like real possible solutions to this problem?
I can't say I have faith in either of them, but I'd say the worst possible outcome is Trump getting reelected. But I can't say that I have faith in Biden as a leader either. So that's troubling. But I do think that what's going on right now is definitely going to become part of the larger conversation. It's not something that's just going to get like overlooked, or just like we're going to look back on it and be like whatever and forget about it or something. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey man, I really appreciate your time. Is there anything else that you want to say about this whole situation?
I'd say that like the most important thing is like people listening to each other right now.
Yeah.
More so than like demanding anything. I mean, you know, you should know what you believe in and you should know the things that you want. But I think the biggest issue that's happening right now is that people are becoming divided and getting to the point where they, you know, you're in your little bubble and you think what's going on, and you're not willing to communicate with the person next to you, and we're all kind of in the same boat,
Exactly.
whether you agree or not.
I'm trying to avoid that bubble 100%. That's why I'm wanting to talk to people who actually weren't at the event. You know what I mean? But yeah, actually, we're all still there in spirit and in heart. You know, what I did was obviously wrong. So we'll be catching more feedback from what's going on the streets. Thanks again, brother. Now I'm actually in Union Square Park right now. I'm here with this person who has a sign right here. They're actually protesting the whole violence against the Floyd thing. You know, the racial stuff. So actually, you've been agreed to do an interview, which I deeply appreciate. Can I ask some questions?
Of course.
So were you around for any of the activity that was going on for like the last 2-3 days?
You mean the looting?
Well, you know, just actually, I know like a lot of the mainstream media talks about that, but personally myself, I just want to know about the whole thing from your angle, not like just focusing on the sensationalistic parts. Just give us a broad overview. Like if looting was a part of it, like tell us. If it wasn't a part of it, tell us. You know what I mean? Like what? But like in the whole context, you know what I mean? Like what has the last 2-3 days been like? Straight up, you've been out here for the last 2-3 days?
Actually, this is my first day, but you know, watching everything go down on the news and you know on Facebook and everything, it's like it's not even human. You know, like peaceful protesting is one thing, but when you start looting all these businesses, it's another thing. You know?
Yeah.
I decided to come out today because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not here for the looting. I'm here for the peaceful protest, you know?
I feel you on that 100%. Me as well. Yeah, me too. So I really appreciate that. That's actually, so the thing is that right now, you know, protests happen when, you know, the people, the establishment isn't really ready to listen. So right now we're actually in this electoral season. We got like, you know, hey, how's it going, buddy?
How you doing?
Good. So we
What
have
do you
this,
think about the looters?
well, actually we're asking about that now.
Yeah.
I'd love to interview you in a moment, yeah?
No, I don't need a fucking interview. This
I
is
understand.
fucking ridiculous.
I understand, sir.
Shocking.
I understand. That's good to know. So, yeah, there's a lot of people who are like, you know, listening to this TV stuff, saying about looters and stuff. Some of it may be true, but actually, when I walk around, like, nobody looks scared. When I'm, you know what I mean? So, yeah, whatever. But you guys can make your own thing from the footage I took from being on the bike, right? So I'm just gonna continue on. So the thing is that, so right now you're here to protest, okay? Have you ever been involved in any other protests?
Absolutely not. I have kids, you
Okay.
know, so I get a little nervous because of the whole way the cops are acting and stuff. I don't want to go to jail and stuff, but I mean, at the end of the day, you really have to push that shit to the side and say, fuck it. What's wrong is wrong, and I'm here to, like, you know, speak out too.
So this is just for yourself, not for
No,
actually,
no,
not for,
this
are you
is-
part of an organization?
No, this is for everyone.
Okay, this is for everyone.
I speak along with everyone, not for myself. You know,
Okay.
because everyone is dealing with some sort of, you know, bullshit that's happening with the cops. The cops are like, they walk around with this type of power that they don't really have, and you know.
Yeah.
And now it's come to the point where we keep marching and they're saying everything is, you know, being resolved and stuff, but then we go back to the bullshit where a black man is being killed, you know, and that's not fucking fair.
Yeah.
So what else can we do besides continue to speak? And if they tell us to shut the fuck up, they gotta shut the fuck up, you know?
Yeah.
It's our word. It's our world. It's not theirs.
I really appreciate that. Yeah. So, look, you know, out here you could see that I'm out here in Union Square, right? And you can see that the first word on a lot of people's minds is looting. But honestly, I don't see any looting going on. I don't see anybody really like. I've seen a lot of super old people walking around. Nobody here looks really scared. You know what I mean? The sensationalistic press is going to focus on one thing, but they're going to. but why aren't they focusing on what's causing this Floyd issue, what's causing the violence against black people? Instead, they're trying to derail the message. You understand? Yeah. So. But
that's the hoodlums from the hood trying to get a freebie, you know?
There's some of that going on. There's some senators too that are also cashing in on the whole COVID thing. You know what I mean? There's bad people in every sector. You know what I mean? But they want to just point out one person and say they represent the whole group. You know what I mean? This lady's very peaceful here, just standing here. We're in Union Square, the site of the protest, one of the main sites of the protest. Ain't nothing going on. Nothing. You know what I mean? Maybe some people are frustrated, they're angry, but it's a very peaceful. It's very look, people are literally like just sitting on the chairs, lounging there. This is not a hotbed of activity. There's no problems here, as far as I could see. You make your own conclusions from what you see. You believe the mainstream media and what they say about these people that are protesting. I'm right here, okay? You sure you're not going to throw anything?
Absolutely not.
It would be a little entertaining, but she's not going to throw anything, even though I try to egg her on. See, so I guess these people love peace or something, yeah? They're against violence. It kind of, if you put it together, it makes a lot of sense. So thank you again.
Absolutely. And
I'm going to be checking out the hood, right? I'm actually riding out to check out other spots. Maybe people, Whole Foods got, right? But these are the institutions of the establishment that are just very oppressive to the poor people. I mean, people are not mad at each other. They're mad at, it almost seems symbolic. Yeah.
Mad at the man.
Yeah, they're mad at the man. They're mad at the oppression. They're mad at the corporations taking too much income and not sharing it, and being poor and scared all the time. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much. God bless.
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Reverend Stylus on the live is one. My borough was thorough.
I'm here in Bedford Stuyvesant. Yeah, and I got a local resident right here.
Frank.
Frank, what's up, man? And we got also my man over here.
The Brat Man.
The Brat Man, yeah, I feel you. That's because you guys doing the barbecue?
Yeah, we was, but
yeah, okay.
We here.
The brats, yeah. So, all right, cool, man. So the thing is that right now, you could see that the community's kind of active about this whole Floyd situation. You know what I mean? But it's been going on for so long. Like if we take a look all the way back to Rodney King, this really ain't nothing new. You know what I mean?
Nothing
new. It ain't nothing new. So
we trying to figure out, I'm saying, some type of way where we can, come together and stop. It's like, society is really fed up with all this, with the cop abuse and beating up on black people and, falsely accusing us and everything. So right now we're going through some rough times, and we need everybody to come together as one and really appreciate, life.
Yeah.
This is most important, life, that we have life and we're still here.
I'm glad to see you guys, because you guys been around, right? What do you think has kept, there's been a lot of protests over the years. What do you think has gotten in the way of actual progress happening? Why haven't we seen, why doesn't this stuff, actually bring about the change that we need?
It's politics.
The government don't make no money.
It's politics,
The government feeds off this.
Yeah.
Like they say, it's in your nature to destroy yourselves. That's the whole point.
Very good.
Yeah. All right.
Very good.
It's never going to change. It's the same thing over and over and over again. The government will allow it to happen because they're profiting off it.
It's part of the system.
It's all about profit.
It's the
It's
system.
all about profit. It's unfortunate, but it's true.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy L7. Now I'm here in Brooklyn, yeah, and I'm here checking out the rest of the city to see how things have gone after the there's a whole lot going on right now.
It's a lot going on. So much go on that you can't even cover it all at once, right?
Yeah.
Now,
So the latest thing that's kind of been going on, besides this COVID thing, which is crazy, about that whole Floyd, that whole Floyd protests. Have you gotten to see any of the action, or?
I have.
Okay.
I've gotten to see the action both in the media and in social media. I tend to go more towards the social media side with the lives and things like that, because I don't know if you've noticed, but if you go on the mainstream media versus the lives on social media, they look completely different.
Yeah. Mainstream media is definitely trying to promote a certain narrative, which is unfortunate because it's usually whack.
It is. Yeah. 90% of the time. Whack. Yeah. So that's what it is. And I'm actually down here today just to kind of compare from what I'm seeing on the mainstream media to what I want to see for myself.
Yeah, we're in downtown Brooklyn right now. As you could see, the street looks pretty peaceful. And I mean, look at all these businesses that aren't really boarded up. You know, people are trying to make us look like animals. We're human beings just like the rest of y'all. There's no problems out here.
Exactly. And what we were just talking about is the fact that on the news they're saying, oh, they're ruining their own stuff and blah, blah, blah. But what I'm seeing, the stuff that's been kind of not destroyed but tampered with is like big box brands. It's none of the little brands. Like all the little, like the homemade mom and pop brands have been protected.
Yeah,
so
that's something I noticed earlier. Yeah,
I've been noticing that. So.
Absolutely. But, you know, the mainstream media doesn't want to talk about that. They don't want to raise any class like, you know, oh, maybe the poor people are mad at the rich people for taking too much. They can't say that.
Exactly. Yeah. And really, it's outside vigilante groups that are really doing a lot of the stuff. Like, a lot of people are not really... I don't look at the media. I look through it.
What kind of... do you think that we'll actually get anything like this time? Like, you know, we had protests so many times, like, you know, Rodney King. We have, like, you know, so many different incidents from so far back. You know what I mean? When is something finally going to happen?
Honestly, the pot has been on the stove for a long time, and it's going to boil over. And, you know, when the pot boils over, you turn down the heat just a little bit. It simmers, but when you turn it back, it's just going to boil over some more. And I think it's simmering right now, unfortunately. Something drastic has to happen. I try to stay away from what that looks like, to be honest with you, because I don't hold the monopoly on how people should react and how people should respond to their pain and their experiences. My experiences may be different from someone else's, that just because I'm black and LGBT. So I have a different lens that I'm looking through, and then you have a black female, or, you know, we just have different experiences. So how we react is going to be based on our experiences in life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to ask also, so do you think that anything is different this time, or do you think we'll actually achieve change?
I would like to say yes.
Okay.
But from what I'm saying, I don't see anything right now.
What about, also it's an electoral season, there's a lot of people running for different positions. Do you see any of them making any significant changes or headway to these problems?
I see them tickling our ear like they always do.
Yeah.
I don't see, you know, I'm not down for the two-party system. It's you know, it's two different wings on the same bird.
Yeah.
You know, so I just believe like we're having the wrong conversation when we talk about it. No, I believe we're having the wrong conversation when we are talking about Democrat, Republican.
Yeah.
That's such an old tired conversation that we need to lay down, because the two-party system simply does not work. It's putting too much control and too much power in one place. It's the same.
That's cool. Actually, I didn't really select this person for their views, but it's funny that they actually share a lot of my views, and you'll see that there's actually consistent idea across the board of everybody who I've interviewed today, just selected randomly off the street, and every single one of them has said that they don't believe in the two-party system, and they feel let down by it.
See? That's the power of attraction. That's the law of attraction.
Yeah.
You picked each other and didn't even know it.
Maybe, right? But I think this is actually a very widespread sentiment. So,
yes.
Hey, I know that you also have your own brand. You said that you're doing your own thing. How can people check you out?
Well, I am Lily, and I'm a fashion and beauty mentor. Okay. All right, and I like to call myself a fashion and beauty mentor because I like to use fashion and beauty to help people feel beautiful on the inside and out. All right, but my brand is YB Limited, so that's the letter Y, the letter B, the word limited. Okay. Because we're not limited around here.
I like that a lot, actually. I actually gave you my card, so make sure that you get me all your Instagram.
We're new friends.
All this stuff. That's cool. Yeah, yes. No doubt. All right, cool. So, yeah, hoping we could do some stuff. I have some strategies to try to attend to these issues. Right, we have to secondary organizations like Black Lives Matter, things like that, that will keep the pressure on the system. You can't hope that just one protest is going to solve the issue. You can see many times it hasn't. But it's a good way for us to get our voice out and to show our disapproval and make something happen. Yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a process. Nothing happens overnight.
So thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Let's see.
All right.
Let's check out the park right here. Let's see who's walking around. Got this old guy walking around. Old people still alive somehow, amazingly. So honestly, I have to believe that probably almost all the people without masks have not really seen someone close to them die. In my personal experience. Of all the people that I know, West Coast, East Coast, I don't know anybody who has COVID personally. And at work, I think one person that I work with knows somebody else who got sick, but they got better and it's all over for them. So it sounds like, they sounded concerned about it, they sounded, but apparently the person made a full recovery apparently. And I'm sure it wasn't I'm sure it was stressful. But that's the only one case that I personally know of, and it's not even directly. So I think a lot of other people have a similar type of experience, and that's why they're running around with no masks on. If just one or two people I knew directly had died of it, I would be really concerned. I've seen nothing. So let's be real. And out here, I showed some evidence of some articles that show that some people say that wearing masks may not be that helpful. I'm worried that some of this may be, just trying to look busy or trying to look like people are doing something, the illusion of control. But I think it's pretty clear that things are not under control, and it's just a money grab free-for-all at the top, which is unfortunate. So that's the state of hearing things in New York City. For us on the ground, life remains the same. All these other people get hopped up and want to, go crazy, but the thing is that we can see that many of these protests have failed before. So I'm actually making another video that you guys should watch called Why Protests Fail, and it's coming out real soon. So thanks for subscribing and hitting the bell notification to get updates when I upload new videos. Share with your friends, and I hope you guys enjoy. Welcome to actually the first edition here of Squid Chronicle. Have a good one. Thanks. Bye.
It's a dark day in our nation when high-level authorities will seek to use every method to silence dissent. The truth must be told.
And if you want the truth, you need to check out independent media producers just like myself, DJ L7. You should subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notifications when I release a new video.
Truth of these
we
words
are on all
is
the major
beyond
platforms.
doubt.
That includes Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course YouTube. Unfortunately, we have definitely seen that these mainstream outlets will cave to corporate interests, so we encourage you to join our independently moderated communities of Reddit and Discord. We also encourage you to subscribe to us on BitChute and Dailymotion so you can see the content that YouTube doesn't want us to let you see. Hey, now it's time for the most important part of the video. That's right. It's time for us to tell you about the Taking Action Group. Do you need an activist? Or maybe there's no activists around willing to help you with your cause and you need to learn to become an activist. That's exactly why we're here. Every week we get up with people from across the nation, in fact even sometimes internationally, and we develop strategies and a game plan to address the issues that are affecting all of us. Every week myself from New York City and of course my co-host Lisa from Los Angeles provide a coast-to-coast perspective on what's going on in the country. If you want to donate to help out with expenses, travel, equipment, stuff like that, then I definitely appreciate it, and you can hit us off at Venmo or PayPal. Thanks a lot. Hey, by the way, we also have a merch store, so check it out. Oh my goodness, it seems like you've reached the end of the video, so make sure you check out some of our other videos. Make sure you subscribe. This is your last chance to do so thanks a lot. And looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment below if you have any questions or issues you'd like me to address. And if you're an activist, the time to make things happen is now.